Shalom. First and foremost, all thanks and praises unto our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Wabrakakadash. Peace, blessings, much respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, on down to the rest of the elders who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth. To the rest of the church who believe as well, you men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons and daughters as well. The water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. Okay? In this ministry, we have to keep our faith. There is value in the faith that we have. A lot of people in this world may not understand what we are involved in, but we have to have faith in knowing that what we are involved in is the greatest thing you can possibly obtain, period. Because through this gospel, through this truth, comes everything. Once you have Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, you are officially the richest person on the planet, the richest person in the universe. Okay? Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, okay, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, they own everything. Everything belongs to them. Let's go to Malachi chapter 3 and verse 14. Ye have said it is vain to serve the power, and what profit is it that we have kept his ordinance, and that we have walked mournfully before the Lord of hosts? Many Israelites have this mentality of feeling as if this truth doesn't really profit you. You catch hell, you go through tests, trials, and tribulations, and you feel like, well, I was better off just being in the world. I was better off not knowing this. If you're not deeply rooted, okay, if you're not grounded in this ministry, you can fall into the mentality of a non-believer, someone who finds this as a waste of time. Being in this ministry, you may find those who look at you as if what you're doing is a waste of time. People see us serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, they may, ponder and wonder what we're doing and why aren't we doing something else, because they feel it'd be more profitable to chase the American dream. Okay? Not knowing that what we are involved in is going to bring us everything that our heart can possibly imagine. Okay? This is the book of Romans, chapter 14 and verse 5. One man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. So we have to be persuaded in our own mind. We have to have that faith and being convicted, knowing that this truth is the truth. This is where it's at, regardless of someone trying to push their opinions and their feelings onto us. They're trying to project how they feel onto us, trying to kill our spirit, trying to dim our light, okay, trying to hinder our passion. We have to be persuaded in our own mind, regardless of some non-believer feeling like what we're doing is not profitable. What we're doing is a waste of time because we're not chasing the bag like everybody else in this society. Okay, our mind is on spiritual things. Okay, one man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. So at the end of the day, whatever you believe in, you have to be persuaded in what you believe. Okay, I believe in this ministry. I'm fully persuaded in that. And I'm stubborn enough to where I'm grounded and you can't cause me to feel another kind of way because you think what I'm doing is a waste of time. And that's the mentality all of us have to keep. Because a lot of people reject this word. being in this ministry is like fishing. Okay? Let's go to the book of John. Chapter 21 and verse 1. After these things, Yahushua showed himself again to the disciples at the sea of Tiberias, and on the wise showed he himself. There were together Simon Peter and Thomas, called Didymus, and Nathanael of Cana in Galilee, and the sons of Zebedee, and two other of his disciples. Simon Peter saith unto them, I go a fishing. They say unto him, we also go with thee. They went forth and entered into a ship. Immediately, in that night, they caught nothing. So here it is, they went fishing and they didn't catch any fish at all. And I recall, before I came into this ministry, I went fishing with my brother. We had went fishing all day. We had to have went fishing from like 6 in the morning to like 6 in the evening, probably longer than that. We went fishing for at least 12 hours, man. It was horrible. I was pissed off. I was ready to leave, but I couldn't leave because I was with him. And he was so determined to keep going. My mind was already like, man, look, we ain't catching nothing. I was already on quit mode. But he was so determined to keep fishing. At the end of the night, we didn't catch anything. And now I find myself in this ministry and I still haven't caught any spiritual fish. And that's all right. Okay, let's get into it. Where was I at? Simon Peter saith unto them, John 21 and 3. Simon Peter saith unto them, I go a fishing. They say unto him, we also go with thee. They went forth and entered into a ship immediately, and that night they caught nothing. But when the morning was now come, Yahushua stood on the shore, but the disciples knew not that it was Yahushua. Then Yahushua saith unto them, children, have ye any meat? They answered him, no. And when they answered him no, they was angry, exhausted, just bothered by it. And that same attitude can come with being in this ministry. We go out there, we bring out this word, and overall, no one listens. No one's being drawn into it. Okay, on the level that we may want. And that's okay. Okay, let's go forward. And he said unto them, cast a net on the right side of the ship, and ye shall find. They cast therefore, and now they were not able to draw it for the multitude of fishes. So after Yahushua told them to cast their net, after not catching anything all day, suddenly they caught an abundance of fish, an innumerable amount of fish. You know why? Because those who come into this truth, we don't control who comes into this truth. It's all about Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua drawing in believers, the same way Yahushua drew in the fish. The disciples on their own, they could not do that. Okay? Because when it comes to bringing people in who are likened unto fish, the Lord does it, not us. Okay? So it can seem like what we're doing is unprofitable because most don't listen. But it's not up to us who listens and who don't. The important thing is we're fishing. Okay? Verse 7. Therefore, that disciple whom Yahushua loved, speaking of John, saith unto Peter, it is the Lord. Now when Simon Peter heard that it was the Lord, he girt his fisher's coat unto him, for he was naked, and did cast himself into the sea. And the other disciples came into a little ship, for they were not far from land, but as it were 200 cubits, dragging the net with fishes. So they went from not having any fish to having an abundance of fish. So being in this ministry, it can come off as, just speaking in the flesh, like you're wasting your time, but you're not wasting your time. The amount of people that get drawn into this ministry is not up to us. It's up to the Lord. Okay. All we have to do, regardless of how long it may seem, if we keep fishing, eventually fish will come in. And that's what you're seeing right now. Okay? Let's go to, what scripture is that? Let's go to Mark chapter 1 and verse 17. And Yahushua said unto them, come ye after me, and I will make you to become fishers of men. So we are spiritually fishing for men to come into this ministry. And there's times it seems like you're just fishing all day, right? And no one's coming in. But it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, as long as you keep fishing, if it be the Lord's will, you will draw in fish eventually. Okay? I've been teaching since 2014, and only a 6-month stretch, roughly, I had help, but that man fell out. The majority of my time in this truth, I've been alone. I haven't caught any fish, but it's beautiful because the Lord gave me an experience where I was fishing with my brother all day, and I ain't went fishing since, man. But I was fishing with my brother all day, caught nothing, to where I said, to hell with fishing, I'm done. I gave up. You know, that's just how mad I was about it. Okay, I was just done with it, man. It was the hottest day ever. I didn't have no water. I wasn't prepared. We just there, man. I'm suffering. I'm getting my ass kicked, man. But you know what? Coming into this truth, it's likened unto that experience of not catching any fish, just like what the disciples went through. Okay? So the Lord is making us fishers of men. So we have to be persuaded in our mind that more fish will be drawn in, regardless of how many may reject it right now. Okay? What scripture is that? Jeremiah 16 and 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord. So the Lord is making us fishers of men. Okay? The men that you see teaching and preaching this word are fishers of men. Okay? When you see the streets, you see cars driving by, the cars are like fish. People walking and driving and riding on bikes or whatever, they're like fish swimming by. And this word is like a net. Okay? Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rock. So right now, the Lord has us fishing for men. Okay, Yahushua made us fishers of men. We're fishermen, and we're fishing for men, literally, through the word. Okay? Matthew's chapter 13 and verse 4. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came. Oh, that's not it. What scripture is that? This is Matthew's chapter 13 and verse 47. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered of every kind. So what's being in this ministry, not only does the elect come into the truth, okay, people who really aren't of this come into this as well. But nevertheless, when you're fishing, sometimes you might catch lawful fish. Sometimes you might catch unlawful fish. Sometimes you might catch a damn Timberland boot. Okay? But being in this ministry, all kinds are drawn into it. But the Lord is sifting out the elect from among that. So as we fish for men, it's not about the abundance of fish that come in. It's about whether or not the Lord draws them in. Okay? Because we don't have the power of the fish that we draw in. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net. Again, we're spiritually fishing for men. Okay? And just like how the disciples went fishing and they caught nothing, but when Yahushua told them to draw their net, they had an abundance of fish. Well, we're drawing the net, and it may not seem like we're catching anything, but there will be a time where Yahweh Shai is going to draw in an abundance of fish. So be that we keep fishing. Because although the disciples didn't catch nothing all that night, the fact is they kept toiling, they kept grinding regardless. Okay? Let's close it with this. Well, let me read this one more time. Matthew 13:47. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered of every kind. So being in this ministry, being a fisherman, fishing for men, you're not going to always draw in the elect. Okay. But nevertheless, you're going to draw in all kinds, because that's just what comes with this ministry. But we're coming into a point where Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to cause an abundance of fish to come in through the net, okay? Through the internet. And just seeing us teaching out on the streets, because the word is likened unto a net on its own. Isaiah 29:24. They also that erred in spirit shall come to understanding, and they that murmured shall learn doctrine. So there's a lot of our people who may, talk shit. They may mock us now, but the time will come where they will be drawn into that net. Okay. They will be gathered with the rest of the fish, spiritual fish who are of the elect, to be set aside. Okay. So at the end of the day, we're fishing spiritually for lawful fish. The unlawful fish and all the other things that are not needed are going to be thrown back into the water, the ultimate water being the lake of fire. Okay. So all we have to do is keep fighting, keep laboring. More fish will come in. Okay. Regardless of what a non-believer thinks, regardless of those seeing us and say, nobody's listening to y'all, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. Okay. Well, that's your opinion. At the end of the day, the Lord is going to draw in a lot of people here in these times that we're in right now, as you're seeing it happen before your eyes already. They also that erred in spirit. So you have those who may mock us now. They may not believe now. They may not have heard the truth yet. Okay. They also that erred in spirit shall come to understanding, and they that murmured shall learn doctrine. So be prepared for an abundance of fish to come into your net. Okay. Those times are coming. Be looking forward to performing miracles. Be looking forward to seeing miracles. Be looking forward to seeing many miracles of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Don't question it. Believe it. Okay. The Lord is going to start doing things that are just, which he already is, but just things that are just, man, just spectacular, just amazing, just brilliant, out there, just far out there, man, like a hippie. I'm close here, and I'm going to give all thanks and praise to our power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.